So, there's a bunch of Sonic news out. And while there's a lot of interesting stuff, I feel like there's no topic expansive enough for a whole video. So I thought I'd give you an absolute deal and present you with a bundle of all the latest Sonic news. Of course, including the signature Sonic Show exclusives. We've got brand new set pics from Sonic Movie 2, and there's a lot. Over 20 pics and clips, plus a bunch of new little Easter eggs to Sonic references that I think are pretty cool. And I also have some fresh off the press info about the Sonic card game that will be releasing this year. And not to mention, some new info about the direction of the 30th anniversary with the whole classic versus modern Sonic. So all combined, there's a huge bundle of news to go through. And a big chunk of the Sonic Movie 2 set photos and clips were taken literally today. So a lot of this is fresh info even the most intense Sonic fans haven't seen yet. So before we go into the first one, I promise to never spam upload and annoy you. So hit the bell so you don't miss out when there is huge Sonic news and leaks. And hey, maybe drop a like too if you're excited for all these different Sonic releases we've got. First, I want to briefly begin with the details on the new Sonic card game. We now know the exact details of how it will play, and it has a little interesting twist with there being a lot more stakes than the board game, which was kind of boring and way overly complicated to play. I'm hoping they don't make that same mistake here, but fortunately we now know exactly how it's going to play. I won't spend too much time on this one as I know a lot of people will be interested in all the exclusive Sonic Movie 2 scoops, and the way the game works is pretty simple, so I'll quickly explain. The game says it will be racing centered, and the cover has Sonic, Tails, Knucks, Amy, Shadow, and Blaze of all characters. We rarely see Blaze get any love, so it's a surprise for sure, but a welcome one. There will be power-ups and rings that you'll get to help you reach the goal line. The game will have a huge emphasis on stake that the board game just completely left out. Here you can get a big advantage quickly by acquiring a lot of rings in these bonus cards, but you open the risk to lose it all and get thrown way out of the lead. There will be different enemies and the level will be randomly pieced together based on how the deck is shuffled, which sounds fairly interesting to me. This game is going to cost you $20 and will be released this September. I'm hoping it has some physical game pieces or something, because $20 seems like a lot for just some cards. But alas, let's move on to the next big piece of news, as even an article reporting this card game was impatient for the 30th anniversary game, which is just so incredibly based. So now on to the juicy juice. We got some new Sonic Movie 2 Easter eggs, including a few updated set photos from what we've seen before. Most of these would only be seen on camera in the background for a few seconds and are so small, most people wouldn't notice them. In fact, many scenes might not even show these details at all. So it's cool that people are documenting these for Sonic fans to enjoy, since there's so many subtle Sonic references the production crew made. I have over 20, count them, 20 new photos and a couple clips of the behind the scenes. The first one I'll show is the progression from the coffee shop set being built to the new photos of it completely finished that were posted today. They are currently filming the Green Hill scenes in Fort Langley, which some sources have falsely reported as being in Ladysmith. This first one is of the Mean Bean Coffee Co., which of course is a reference to Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean machine. A few days ago, an IDW Sonic comic artist, Reggie Carter, went to visit the set and took some selfies. And that set he was posting selfies in front of, today we now have more in-depth photos of. When I was analyzing the newly finished Mean Bean Coffee Co. photos, such a mouthful every time, I noticed some mural they pressed on one of the walls, and we can see it's something Canyon. We do not have a clear photo of this, but this is likely Wild Canyon from Sonic Adventure 2, which is a pretty deep reference. But we can't confirm that until someone takes a closer photo of it. Are there no Sonic fans in British Columbia? Go take a picture! I think the funniest and most interesting Easter egg is on one of the town's ad boards. A lot of the details can't be seen because the photographer was standing way too far back. Come on! But the first thing that sticks out is the missing cat ad that just has a picture of a possum. And then your eyes go to the missing dog ad that has a stock photo of a wolf. There's probably a lot more here hidden in the smaller text, so here's to hoping someone else comes and takes a direct photo of it. We also see a little of the history of Green Hills, which seems pretty plain and boring, until we see a Green Hills moment. That's a Green Hills moment. Also, I love that they got a clear photo of this, but not, you know, the interesting parts. And also from today, we see the completed Green Hills Town Hall, which doesn't have any Easter eggs. As there's not really a place for one here, they mostly just smacked the sign on it, so it will probably just be a minor location in the background. Also, thanks to today's photos, we now know their filming schedule in this part of Langley, because they have a closure sign for when they're filming, and they will be filming here until April 29th, which is kind of a worrying sign. This will be the town they are setting up for Green Hills, but the fact that they're spending so much time in Green Hills in the city makes it more apparent that they're going to be spending a lot more time on Earth than I think Sonic fans want. Now, they could just be spacing it out for their schedule, but the sign clearly says the 16th to the 17th and the 18th to the 29th, and that's for them temporarily blocking off any parking in whatever area this sign is in. Also, since so much of the movie is CGI, I assume they are filming a lot extra so that they will have more room to work around in post. Films are expensive and take a long time to make. So what will be more interesting is to see how long they film in Hawaii and Utah. And this is where the first new clip comes in, which I'm gonna play now. Now, there is a lot of info to take in from this clip alone. We see them raising and lowering a stuntman above the Mean Bean Coffee Co. with a massive crane. So whatever is happening in this scene, I'm certain will have at least some level of excitement and action, but I cannot possibly begin to imagine the context for this scene. Maybe the guy falls and Sonic catches him or something? Probably Tails since he flies? Who knows? It could even be them framing up the shot for filming later, as it doesn't really seem like he's doing anything but just laying limp, which could also make it very possible he's being held up by Tails, or even Eggman's ship. You know, it could be in something entirely new. And we also have some other pics, like a veterinarian they covered with stock photos, but that doesn't have any references other than possibly the URL, but whoever took the picture cut it off. So we'll only find out if someone in British Columbia goes and takes more detailed pictures. And with all this Sonic movie 2 hype, there's a decent chance I could get a cameo in this movie. If you're not aware, the first movie gave me a very generous 2 cameos. So if we get 3,000 likes, which I know is a high number, they have to add me to the movie. They just have to. And to finish it off, I have some interesting details about Sonic's 30th anniversary to bring up. So, a lot of the older leaks specifically brought up that this anniversary will focus on modern Sonic, and they stated that the merchandising would reflect that. And that might partially be because the announcements use modern renders, but the first piece of major merchandise, the statue, is of classic Sonic. So while yeah, it's almost certain we will not be seeing a Sonic Mania 2, a fairly backed rumor that I just pray is wrong, this all makes it an interesting choice for them to use classic Sonic for this. The statue was announced a little bit ago, so this isn't brand new, but I haven't seen anyone else talk about this, as everyone else is kind of scared to talk about leaks, since they don't like doing research. But let's play it fair here. With Sega, it could be them selling retro products and not indicative of their future direction, but for the specifically branded 30th anniversary figure, it could just be Sonic 1 turning 30, and I'm overthinking this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll read through them. Am I just going crazy? And the lastest, finalist piece of news is that the Sonic Show is the #1 source of all Sonic news. So if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? You should have subbed like 3 videos ago. Correct that. And while you're at it, I have a Discord where we just did our Sonic movie watch party. It was epic. And we're going to do something special and secret for when we get to 3K members, and we're halfway there. So go join our awesome community there. And for now, enjoy a nice raccoon clip, and peace!